Do you struggle with navigating the transitional time of ending of relationships, coming back home to yourself? Natalie, what does that mean? Rupture to restructure. This is a really beautiful time frame where we can be able to restructure both our relationship to ourselves and our relationship to other. Chaos is necessary in order to change frequency. And I'll break that down a little bit for you. So everything is frequency. And in order to change from one frequency to another, to change from one state of being in relationship, into another, our sovereignty, it's actually necessary for that chaos or rupture to take place. You can't just jump into the next frequency. You have to change shape. And so this rupture to restructure, you have to break apart the foundations of what you have cultivated in order for things to come back into a coherent new frequency. So that can't take place if you're still holding on to the structure that once was. And so how does this apply to relationships? There's a catalyzing moment that really forces separation. What it does is it breaks away the tight grip that you had on that relationship, that state of being. And the universe conspires to support you to come back into alignment, forcing you in a new direction. This breaking away of a structure that no longer resonates with the frequency of where your soul is heading. And so when we reach this rupturing point, it initiates this deeper questioning. And during this time frame, there's something that needs to be healed in order for you to move on, so that we can grow and learn from the experience. And so we can start to see where we have unknowingly been giving our power to other to receive love, so that we can start to funnel all of that back within, so that we can move forward into whatever new relationships want to take place. When you really allow the time and the slowness to pull your power back, to begin that inner reflection and stop abandoning self, then you enter back in out of this portal. You're emerging from a deeper sense of wholeness. So there's less of this gripping and needing things to maybe be the way that they once were. When you allow yourself to fully release them after taking this deep inner reflective period and reorienting yourself to the direction of your soul, then the things that that person does won't have the same impact on you, because you've come home to yourself. I'm done with neglecting my needs, and I'm going to show up for me. And when you have and cultivate this element of self-trust, then you don't reach and grab so much for the relationships around you to fill that need. It's not a necessity for you to feel whole. And so there's this really beautiful restructuring that can take place that comes from a deeper soul level, that comes from a deeper space of unconditional love. And there's a deep heart opening that takes place to the people in your life. Maybe you're restructuring, you actually come to the realization that your life is better off without that person. The frequencies just don't match anymore. You've come into this new frequency. Your soul is now emerging into the truth of how it wants to walk in the world and what works and what doesn't. And so then you're able to say, hey, this doesn't feel good for me anymore. And that's okay too. The restructure can be a restructuring of knowing your worth, knowing the love that you deserve, and knowing that your values are important to you. And if someone else's don't align with yours, then you can choose from this new space of empowerment to walk away. There can still be love there, and you can choose not to have people in your life if the way that they walk in this world just doesn't resonate with the frequency that you're holding. And there's not a space of judgment from this. There's no one right or wrong way. And it allows you to make that decision and come home to yourself, and really gives you the agency in your life to choose what kind of relationships do you want from here on out. Feel what needs to be felt. Be with the emotions. Hold yourself through all of it. Take that spaciousness apart, and then we choose. How do we want to move forward?